Hi, I'm Ralph, the Ageless Runner, and welcome to episode 3 in my series on the long run. Let me ask you something. You ever gone out and you're doing a long run and pretty soon you start getting that self-doubt, like I'm not going to make it, this is too hard, I'm just not going to make it. Your brain's starting to tell you to stop in this nonsense. You check your watch and you realize you still have miles to go, and suddenly every step feels harder than it did just a few moments ago. This is a hidden challenge of the long run, the mental game. And here's the truth. Your brain often gives up before your body does. But there's good news. Mental toughness is a skill. Just like pacing and fueling, you can train your mind to handle the demands of distance running. In this episode, I'll show you why mindset matters, how to recognize mental barriers, and practical strategies to stay strong, both during the run and outside of it. Endurance running is often described as 90% mental and 10% physical. Now, that's not a scientific ratio, but any distance runner will tell you that when the miles stack up, it's often the brain that decides whether you keep going. And science backs this up. Research on perceived effort shows that athletes often stop because the run feels too hard, not because their bodies actually reach its limits. So what does that mean for you? It means you can teach your brain new patterns. By practicing mental skills, you build resilience to delay the point where your brain says enough and make running more enjoyable. Mental toughness doesn't mean ignoring pain or pushing through injuries. It means learning to manage discomfort, control your thoughts, and stay engaged with the process instead of panicking when things get hard. In fact, training your brain may be the missing piece that helps you finish stronger and more consistently. Before we can overcome mental barriers, though, we have to recognize them. Some of the common mental barriers include boredom. The miles just feel endless, and your brain starts looking for excuses, starts to wander, and focuses on the wrong things. Then there's self-doubt. Thoughts like, I'm not strong enough, or maybe I should cut this run short. And there's always perceived fatigue. You feel done, even though your body still has energy left. And sometimes we focus on pain. That ache in your foot or the stiffness in your quads suddenly feel overwhelming. The key is learning to distinguish between real red flags, like sharp injury pain, and mental fatigue. Most of the time, it's not your body failing you, it's your brain trying to protect you by slowing you down. And awareness is the first step. Once you recognize the voice of doubt, you can start to reframe it. So what can you do in the middle of a long, tough run to strengthen your mindset? Well, number one, chunk the run into sections. Instead of thinking, I have 10 miles left, tell yourself, I just need to make it to the next mile marker. When I do some trail marathons, I always looked as my goal as getting to the next aid station. Once I got there, then my next goal was get to the next aid station. I didn't look at the whole race. I looked at it in those chunks. Breaking the distance into smaller goals keeps the task manageable. If you're enjoying this episode, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you. Number 2, use mantras and positive self-talk. Positive affirmations like strong and steady or relax and flow can refocus your brain and replace negative chatter. My favorite that I use often is, I am a strong and powerful runner. Studies show that self-talk can significantly improve endurance performance. Number 3, try to shift your focus. Pay attention to your breathing rhythm, the sound of your footsteps, even the scenery around you. I often like to count steps in conjunction with my breathing. Breathe in for 3 steps, breathe out for 2, or whatever number of steps works best for you. This mindful awareness distracts from fatigue and keeps you present. A fourth strategy is to practice gratitude. Remind yourself, I get to run today, instead of, I have to run today. Reframing turns challenge into privilege. And number 5, you can use external motivators like music or podcasts or audiobooks. They can be very powerful tools. Just use them safely and sparingly so you don't become fully dependent on them. And number 6 strategy is do group runs. Running with others builds accountability, and shared energy can carry you farther than you'd expect. But one word of caution is that you may end up running at someone else's pace and not yours. Every strategy is like a mental fuel stop. Use them when you feel the urge to quit creeping in. Now, mental toughness isn't about only while you're doing long runs. There are plenty of other ways to strengthen your mind when you're not doing that long run. Number 1, visualization. Spend a few minutes before bed picturing yourself finishing that tough long run or race. Imagine the feelings, sights, and sounds in a positive manner. The mental rehearsal strengthens confidence and reduces anxiety. Number 2, try journaling. After each run, jot down a few notes about what went well, what challenged you, what you enjoyed. Reviewing these notes builds awareness and highlights your progress over time. Number 3, practice mindfulness and meditation. Even 5 to 10 minutes of quiet breathing can reduce stress and sharpen focus. Make it easier to redirect your thoughts when you go out again and do that long run. Number 4, practice discomfort. Take a cold shower. Do a strength workout. Go out and do an easy run in the rain. All these push you out of your comfort zone, and that helps train your brain to stay calm when things feel tough. Think of these as cross-training your mind. Just as you strengthen muscles with a variety of exercises, you build mental resilience by practicing different skills outside of the long run. Now let's cover a few mistakes that runners often make with mental training. Number one is treating mindset as optional. Too many runners focus only on physical training and neglect the mental skills. Number two, ignoring negative self-talk. You need to nip that in the bud right away. Letting thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or it's time to quit, if you let those run unchecked, it just reinforces them. And number three, constant comparison. Scrolling through social media and measuring yourself against others erodes confidence. And number four, expecting every run to feel easy. The truth is, long runs will challenge you. That's the point. Embrace the struggle as part of growth. Remember, the mind can be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. The choice comes down to how you train it. So let's recap. Your brain often gives up before your body does. But by practicing mental strategies, both during the long run and outside the long run, you can push back that moment when doubt creeps in. Break your run into chunks, use mantras, shift your focus, and remember gratitude. Outside the long run, visualize, journal, and train your brain just like you train your legs. Mental toughness isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling the doubt and moving forward anyway. And in our next episode, we'll cover recovery, how to bounce back after your long runs so you're not only survive them, but you come back stronger. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, I really appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing also. Again, I'm Ralph, the Ageless Runner. I'm here to help you run smarter, go longer, and stay ageless. Thank you.